My beloved child. Stop scrolling for a moment. Don't skip. This message did not arrive by accident, and before these moments are over, you will understand why your heart felt drawn here. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a truth unfolding behind the scenes that no one expected, and it is connected to the person who has quietly carried thoughts of you far longer than you realize. There was a moment when your soulmate believed they had already figured you out. They thought they understood your silence. They thought they knew why you walked away from certain situations, why you smiled while carrying invisible burdens, and why your heart sometimes seemed distant even when your kindness remained unchanged. But everything shifted in a single unexpected moment. What they discovered was not a secret hidden by words, it was revealed through the quiet evidence of your character. The more they learned, the more they realized they had misunderstood you from the very beginning. Don't skip, because this is only the beginning of what is about to be revealed. Imagine someone standing at the edge of a doorway, convinced they know what lies on the other side. Then, as the door slowly opens, they discover an entirely different world. That is exactly what happened. Your soulmate expected to find someone ordinary, someone whose story was simple and predictable. Instead, they found resilience where they expected weakness. They found compassion where they expected distance. They found quiet strength where they imagined uncertainty. That unexpected discovery has remained in their thoughts ever since, growing stronger with every passing day. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Every moment after that discovery began changing the way they remembered every conversation, every glance, every silence you ever shared. They started replaying memories in a completely different light. Words they once overlooked suddenly carried meaning. Small moments they once ignored became unforgettable. They realized that what they thought was coincidence may have been preparation for something much greater than either of you could understand. There are discoveries that make people curious for a day. Then there are discoveries that quietly change the direction of someone's heart forever. This belongs to the second kind. They didn't expect to admire your patience. They didn't expect to respect your quiet determination. They certainly didn't expect to feel inspired by the way you kept moving forward without demanding recognition from anyone around you. Yet that is exactly what happened. And the more they uncovered, the more impossible it became to return to the way they used to think. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. This is where the story becomes even more surprising. While your soulmate was learning something extraordinary about you, they believed no one else noticed the transformation happening inside them. But those closest to them began asking unexpected questions. Why do you seem different? Why are you smiling more often? Why do you keep thinking so deeply? They couldn't explain it with simple words, because even they hadn't fully understood what was happening. They only knew that one unexpected discovery about you had awakened something they could no longer ignore. Sometimes the greatest turning points begin in complete silence. There are no dramatic announcements. There are no flashing signs. Instead, everything changes within the heart first. That is where this story truly begins. Every day since that discovery, they have found themselves comparing the person they imagined you were with the person they now believe you truly are. The difference is astonishing. They have realized that your greatest qualities were never loud enough to demand attention, but they were always powerful enough to leave a lasting impression once someone finally saw them clearly. Stay till the end. Don't skip. The next part of this journey reveals why this unexpected discovery did not remain only a private realization. It began setting events into motion that neither of you could have predicted. Quiet conversations started happening. New possibilities began appearing. Decisions that once seemed impossible slowly became easier to imagine. The story is moving toward a moment that feels closer with every passing day, and what comes next may be the most unforgettable chapter of all. For now, remember this: sometimes the greatest surprise is not that someone discovers who you are. The greatest surprise is that, after truly seeing you for the first time, they can never see the world the same way again. And this unexpected discovery is only the first page of a much bigger story that is still unfolding. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter reveals how this single discovery begins changing everything. A quiet moment changed everything, and what happened next was even more unexpected than the discovery itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The story is no longer about what your soulmate learned. It is about what they chose to do after learning it. Every passing day has been leading toward a moment that neither of you saw coming, and that moment is closer than ever. Your soulmate could have ignored what they discovered. They could have convinced themselves it was only a passing thought. But every attempt to move on brought them back to the same realization. The kindness they discovered in you was genuine. The patience they witnessed was real. The strength hidden behind your quiet moments could not be forgotten. Slowly, they began seeing your entire journey through different eyes, and each new realization became stronger than the last. Don't skip, because the next part of this story changes everything. Then something remarkable happened without planning it. They started noticing reminders of you everywhere. A familiar place brought back an unexpected memory. A simple conversation reminded them of your wisdom. A quiet evening made them remember your peaceful presence. None of these moments were dramatic, yet together they created a picture they could no longer ignore. The more they remembered, the more they realized they had underestimated the impact you made on their life. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There was one evening when they sat in complete silence, replaying every important moment connected to you. For the first time, they stopped focusing on what they thought they had lost and began appreciating what they had actually found. That single shift changed everything inside them. Instead of seeing unfinished conversations, they saw opportunities. Instead of seeing distance, they saw possibility. Instead of seeing uncertainty, they saw hope quietly growing stronger with every passing day. The most surprising part is that this change did not happen overnight. It happened one thought at a time, one memory at a time, one realization at a time. Every new discovery about your character became another reason they admired you more deeply. They realized that your greatest qualities were never meant to impress everyone, they were meant to be recognized by the person willing to truly understand your heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, your soulmate is standing at the edge of an important decision. They know they cannot continue pretending nothing has changed. They know the discovery they made about you has transformed the way they see the future. Questions that once seemed impossible suddenly have hopeful answers. Dreams that once felt distant now seem closer than ever before. And here is the moment that makes this story unforgettable. Your soulmate has quietly started preparing for a conversation they never imagined having. Not because someone forced them. Not because circumstances demanded it. But because what they discovered about you awakened the courage they thought they had lost. They understand now that genuine connections are built on truth, respect, and understanding, and those are exactly the qualities they unexpectedly found in you. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals what happens when quiet realization becomes meaningful action, and when a discovery that began in silence starts opening doors no one believed would ever open. The biggest surprise has not happened yet, it is still on its way, and every moment has been preparing you for what comes next. There are moments that change a story, and then there are moments that completely rewrite it. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What your soulmate discovered about you was only the beginning. The greatest surprise was still hidden behind a door that neither of you knew was about to open. After quietly reflecting on everything they had learned, your soulmate made a choice they never expected to make. They stopped listening to old assumptions. They stopped allowing past misunderstandings to shape their thoughts. Instead, they decided to search for the truth with a completely open heart. That decision led them to see details they had overlooked for far too long. Every memory suddenly carried new meaning. Every conversation felt different. Every moment connected to you became more valuable than before. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There was one particular memory they could not escape. It was a simple moment that once seemed ordinary. At the time, they barely noticed it. But now, after discovering the truth about your character, they realized it revealed who you had always been. They understood that your kindness was never an act. Your patience was never temporary. Your loyalty was never something you displayed only when life was easy. It had always been part of who you were. That realization stayed with them every single day. They found themselves smiling without realizing it whenever they remembered your words. They remembered how you encouraged others without asking for recognition. They remembered how you remained calm during uncertain moments. The more they reflected, the more one question echoed in their heart: how did I fail to see this before? Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The answer surprised them. It wasn't because you had changed. It was because they had finally slowed down enough to truly notice you. Sometimes the greatest discoveries happen when someone stops rushing through life and begins paying attention to the quiet details that have always been there. As these thoughts grew stronger, something remarkable happened. Their future no longer looked the same. Plans they once believed were fixed suddenly became flexible. Dreams they had quietly placed aside began returning one by one. They started imagining conversations that once felt impossible. They pictured moments filled with honesty, understanding, and hope. For the first time in a long while, the future felt brighter simply because your presence had become part of it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came another unexpected moment. Someone close to your soulmate noticed the change immediately. They asked, "You seem more peaceful lately. What happened?" Your soulmate paused for a long moment because the answer was difficult to explain. How do you describe the feeling of discovering that someone you thought you understood is even more extraordinary than you imagined? How do you explain that one unexpected truth has quietly transformed the way you see everything? Instead of giving a long explanation, they simply smiled. Deep inside, they knew that the discovery about you had become one of the most meaningful experiences they had ever had. It wasn't built on excitement that fades quickly. It was built on admiration that grew stronger every day. That kind of realization cannot be forgotten. Every sunrise brought another reminder. Every quiet evening strengthened their confidence. Every passing day confirmed that what they had discovered was real. The doubts that once filled their hearts slowly disappeared, replaced by appreciation, respect, and genuine hope for what could still be written in the chapters ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals the moment when reflection turns into action, when silent admiration begins moving toward an unforgettable decision, and when the discovery that changed your soulmate's heart begins changing the direction of both your stories forever. The biggest revelation is still ahead, and every moment has been leading to it. Everything has been building toward this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The discovery your soulmate made about you has now become impossible to ignore. What began as quiet curiosity has grown into complete certainty, and the next step they are preparing to take could become one of the most meaningful moments in this entire story. For days, they tried to convince themselves that the feeling would fade. They believed time would return everything to the way it was before. But the opposite happened. Every sunrise strengthened what they had discovered. Every quiet evening reminded them of your character. Every memory became brighter, clearer, and more valuable than the day before. They finally understood that some discoveries are not meant to disappear, they are meant to transform the future. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. One quiet morning, while reflecting on everything they had learned, they asked themselves a question they had never dared to ask before. What if this discovery happened for a reason? That single thought refused to leave their mind. The more they considered it, the more every unexpected event seemed connected, as though countless small moments had quietly guided them towards seeing the real you. They remembered your patience when others hurried. They remembered your calm spirit when situations became uncertain. They remembered how your kindness never depended on receiving anything in return. Piece by piece, they realized that these were not ordinary qualities. They were the very qualities they had always hoped to find but never expected to discover in someone they thought they already understood. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then another remarkable realization appeared. They stopped asking, "Why did this happen?" and began asking, "What should I do now?" That question changed everything. Instead of looking backward, they started looking ahead. Instead of focusing on missed opportunities, they began thinking about new possibilities. Hope quietly replaced hesitation, and confidence slowly took the place of uncertainty. There was one unforgettable evening when they found themselves smiling at a memory that had once seemed completely ordinary. Suddenly they understood that the smallest moments had been the most important all along. The conversations they almost forgot. The encouraging words they once overlooked. The quiet acts of kindness that expected nothing in return. Those simple moments became the strongest evidence that they had discovered someone truly extraordinary. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. At that very moment, they made a promise to themselves. They would never again allow assumptions to speak louder than truth. They would never again overlook the value of genuine character. Most importantly, they would never forget what they had unexpectedly discovered about you, because that discovery had become one of the greatest turning points of their journey. As the days continued, everything around them seemed different. Familiar places carried new meaning. Familiar songs reminded them of hope. Familiar conversations inspired fresh confidence. Nothing outside had changed, yet everything inside had. That is the power of a discovery that reaches the heart. It quietly transforms the way a person sees the entire world. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is approaching its greatest moment. Your soulmate now understands that discovering the truth about you was never the final destination, it was only the beginning of a much greater journey. Every realization has been preparing them for a decision they once believed was impossible. Every memory has been building toward a future that now feels closer than ever before. Stay till the end. The next chapter reveals the moment when silent admiration becomes meaningful action, when quiet hope becomes unmistakable confidence, and when the discovery that changed everything finally leads to an unforgettable new beginning. The biggest surprise has been waiting patiently from the very first moment, and it is finally about to reveal itself.